We're on the go with this week's edition of Coffee with Coach, presented by Tim Hortons. Of course, he's Seth Appert. I'm Andrew Mossbrooks, and Coach, I think when you look back at last week, 3 out of a possible 6 points, given the lineup and all the depletions, not terrible of an outcome.
Yeah, I think when you look at the weekend as a standalone, it was really good. Wednesday was terrible, and so, but the nice part is that, when you have a game like Wednesday, you address it on Thursday with the team, showed some things that need to be shown, and challenged a couple of the guys, Cooley and Rosie especially. They we've talked about this before, they need to be our drivers, even as young kids. And they were, man, were they ever on Friday and Saturday with their work ethic, their competitiveness. But considering all of what we had going on, like we were down to 10 forwards on Saturday, and we're playing a rested team with a really good lineup. And 3 or 4 of those 10 guys were guys that were either in Jacksonville at the start of the week or were guys that were out of our lineup at the start of the week. So to stay together, to find a way to get both those games to overtime was a really good sign.
You talked about this weekend, Dustin Tokarski coming back off the injured list. What does his emergence mean for the Amerks moving forward?
Yeah, Ticker's, I only had Ticker for like a month that COVID year before he went up to Buffalo. But what I knew about him, what I felt about him is he's just got this calming veteran presence about him. He's a battle horse. He's seen everything. He's played, probably between games played and games dressed. He's probably 700-800 games in pro hockey, NHL, American League, 2 Calder Cups, a Memorial Cup, a Major Junior, a gold medal in the World Juniors. Like he's been through way harder moments than we had on Saturday.
Before we let you go, let's talk about Matt Savoy. Of course, his time with the Rochester Americans coming to a close after this weekend. What did you think of his experience here as an Amerk?
Well, number one, his attitude, his work ethic were awesome. The people think that should be a given. Well, it's not. I mean, when you're a really high draft pick, and sometimes those things aren't givens. And he's a great teammate. His attitude's amazing. His work ethic's awesome. He competes his tail off. I thought he got better as both weeks. I thought he showed really well. We'd love to have him for the year, but those are the rules. So I'm excited for him about his opportunity in Buffalo here, and hopefully he can show what he needs to show to continue to stay there.
Well, Rochester season rolls on with a home and home against Utica this weekend, and we'll be back to talk about it next week on Coffee with Coach.